Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy Singles Day or National Singles Awareness Day for those who don't have someone special in their life. But we're going to do a tag team here, and it's going to be Phil Lafron, and Doug Furnas, Ultimate Custom. I do believe they might have had like a tag team name. I know that when they were in WWE, when I watched it back in late '96, they popped up. I obviously went with more of his tights look for Phil Lafron, Doug Furnas, his trunks look. These were basically designed through photos, images I saw when I was looking up the tag team. I saw the head sculpts from Tom Veg had made them. So I sent them to Cujo, of course, for painting. The torsos, I think, were standard Roddy Piper torsos. And then obviously I wanted to differentiate them a little bit. So got blue trunks and then got blue tights, excuse me, and then put the decals from Curb Stomp. And, decals again. Then the knee pads, I think, were originally Kurt Angle. We spray painted. He painted them to match the trunk color. And the boots were just from British Bulldog. That British Bulldog most recent one, because it kind of gave that French look. The whole thing just turned out phenomenal. I mean, here's the back of each person, which I didn't, you probably noticed I didn't turn Don Morocco behind, but there was no decal behind there. So I think I briefly turned to show he's no tattoos anymore. But these two, of course, weren't around very long. Apparently, they're a really good tag team. I did see a Doug Furnas versus Dutch Mantell match from even earlier than that. I do believe Doug has passed away. I don't know what the status with Phil is, but obviously he's long since probably retired from wrestling. Given that they were older guys, kind of in their twilight, I feel like they're twilight or maybe they're mid-life when they kind of came to WWF for a short amount of time. But I saw somebody recently did elites of them in both trunks. It looked great. I kind of differentiated them by doing the tights and the trunks look. I could, is he on ball joints? No, I don't think he is. So I'm probably not going to mess with that. Well, actually, yeah, he is on ball joints because you can see right there, he's got drop-down hips. So I forget who I used exactly to make this one. I'm gonna pop those back in. That's bugging me. Ow, pinch my finger. That's the problem with those freaking drop-down hips. You can pinch your finger if you're not careful. He's also on ball joints or on drop-down hips as well. Yeah, I try to cut down on, using the newer style drop-down hips on some people, but sometimes easier is taking a Roddy Piper. In fact, if I remember correctly, I didn't even crack this torso or this torso. I just popped on legs, the ball joint, popped on legs, the ball joint. So the torsos, you can see there's no glue or crackage, and that works. Sometimes that can be better than splicing them open all the time. Because sometimes, as you see in the future with some of these guys, they just don't link back up, as good as you'd want them to look factory sealed. But these guys are practically factory sealed because all I did was swap out the legs, and then we just did some paint jobs. So, and then of course, I think he Mod Podged over it to keep them good, like no chipping, just phenomenal job. In fact, I think actually looking at this is the decal. You can see right here is the decal, and then he painted this. So he went above and beyond to really top notch these, because I don't think they did come with those decals at all. I mean, they came with these yin-yang things, but I think he actually painted that. So, still phenomenal figures. You may notice I'm talking more about them than the last three. That's because there wasn't much really talk about them, because it was just, decals, paint, boom, done. So, really happy with these ones. Added them in. If you're following the Fig Fed stuff, they're going to be over residing in IWGP, that brand. So, who knows what happens if they win any belts or not. If you're checking that out, thanks for doing it. I think 40 people have checked that out, and I think I've gotten one like and probably one dislike. That's fine. In future, there will be more pictures added into them when people win belts. I'll pose them with the belts. So if you don't see a belt, there's no title. There's no title on the line. There's no reason to have the belt on the picture taken. So anyway, that is number 179 and 170. All right, excuse me, 79 and 180. In our count up to 600 custom ultimates.